Alright, hey everybody, Nick Nack here, back again for another stream. Just like last time, doing some more streaming of Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures, this time episode 3, called Muzzled. So without further ado, let's begin the game. And like always, if everything's good, let me know. Oh, sorry about that, bomb team, yeah. Wallace and Gromit. Yeah. Muzzled.
That should do it, lad. Our brand new Infini flavour ice cream maker's ready for business. Patent pending, of course. Its infrared taste analyzer can sample any flavour and turn it into a delicious ice cream. What do you say, Gromit? Fancy pushing the button on our inaugural batch? Wensleydale cream, anyone? Look at it churn, lad. Just in time to be road tested in front of paying customers at the fair this weekend. And all in a good cause, Miss Flit says it's to raise money to rebuild the dog shelter. The poor pups have been homeless for too long. Imagine if you had no place to call home, sweet kennel, Gromit. Must be the breeze. Miss Flit says the strays have been making mischief all over town. On Tuesday, Mrs. Gabberly's shop was terrorised by a gang of terriers. No doubt they'll come to heel once they've a proper roof over their heads. I'm sure everyone will give generously at the fair to build them a new home. I can't be the only dog lover in town. Laura, Gromit, wild dogs, stray scoundrels, mangy good-for-nothing mongrels mangling me machine. They must be some of the escapees. Oh no! Me crank! Me lever! The flavour engraver, the brains of our custom flavour scanner, lad. It's been scrambled. The four-legged fiends. I'm sorry, lad, but this is some serious damage. I suppose it's nothing that can't be fixed. I'll tinker with the flavour engraver if you track down our filched crank and our lifted lever. And this cute one's going to need to be calmed down as well. Mind you, it'll take a month of ice cream sundaes to put things right if I can't patch things up. You've got to get them in order if we're going to have the Infini flavour ready for the fair this weekend. Come on, lad, you're a dog. You can reason with them. All that hard work fouled up by a few rogue whippets.
Oh, let me do something real quick. Alright. I'm back. See if I can find anything. Let's look at
It's really an ingenious idea, a custom flavor technology that makes sure there's an ice cream for everyone. You just take a sample of anything you fancy, insert it into the flavor scanner, and press the churn button.
oh yeah. I'm assuming we give him the toy.
Your old toy certainly did the trick, didn't it, lad? Oh my, you used to be so attached to it. Took quite a spell to wean you off it, in fact. Now we can focus on getting this machine up and running.
Now let's see if we can find something.
That sign would be a nice finishing touch if we could get the machine back up and running. Not quite done painting the sign yet, Gromit. That's a nice shade of blue, though, wouldn't you say?
See if we could comfort.
Oh, Gromit, this machine might not be completely cream-crackered after all. Let's have a shufty.
What the heck?
Afraid it's still a bit discombobulated, lad.
The heck happened to it? Oh.
Lead-lined tires, Gromit, just to be sure we never get a puncture. He swiped it again. What's he got there, lad? I think he's helped himself to our valuables.
Let's try one more time what exactly happens. Oh, so same thing. Alright. Think we need to go upstairs or find some other items. Let's read first. Oh. We already know that shit. Alright, time to go upstairs. See if we can find something of use. Rake.
Hey! Gromit! Steady on! You can bake all the pies you want later when the gas has been mended.
Alright, there we go. So, can't get anything from there. How about here? Nothing. So, whole bunch of stuff locked for me. Okay, take. Alright, let's try dining room. Damn, almost everything's locked. There we go.
You little terror! Did you let the dogs out? This mangy whippet is ravaging my roses. Came hurtling out of your master's house with some sort of bone in its mouth. Feeding the strays really is the last straw. Now he's gone underground and Lord knows what he's doing to my roots. And where's Wallace when I need him? Are there no real men left in this world to protect a woman's property? Don't just stand there. Do something. You're a dog. Can't you reason with him?
Yeah, alright. Let me just find something. Yeah, nothing there. We'll have to go back.
Back, are you? I hope you've a plan to get your little friend out of my garden. Poogie Woo and Tinky Wee may have their mischievous moments, but they knew better than to rummage in my roses. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a man of action around here. That's where the dastardly digger went underground. Look at my petunias, pulverized. I was just about to dig a little home for that one before your friend came running into my garden.
See how we can assist this.
I know the whole town has been plagued by stray dogs, but you can't start handing out bones, Gromit. If you give a dog a bone, you have to expect he'll dig a hole. And when my garden is prime hole-digging real estate, you must think twice.
Morning, Private. At ease, Private, at ease. I'm sure by now you've received intelligence about the morale-raising ops this weekend. Should be a jolly old time, like when Ensa used to come and rouse the troops, reminded the squaddies what they were fighting for. I remember being stationed in Algeria, and the association organized a whole day of fanfare. Unbelievable! There was Fatima the Snake Charmer, the ever-popular monkey toss competition, even a couscous eating contest. Which reminds me, I expect you to be at the fair when I display my digestive prowess. The pie-eating contest, Private. You must have seen the sign-up sheet in town. Nobody'll challenge the great Major, though. I shall be uncontested. They don't call me Cool Hand Crumb for nothing, you know. Those are my biscuits, Private, and very delicious they are, too. can't share them with you, though. For optimal nutritional efficiency, today's soldiers must stick to their rations. So, no Bicky Wickies for you, I'm afraid. Oh, tremendous flavor.
Hello, Gromit lad. How's Mr. Wallace? Have you heard about the fundraiser? I've never been to a proper town fair before.
Morning, pet, out for walkies. Certainly a grand day for it. Anything I can do for you? Town's abuzz with the fundraiser this weekend, isn't it? About time somebody did something to build a new dog shelter. Ooh, I've had run-ins with all sorts of strays of late. Terriers, spaniels, mutts, even an Irish wolfhound. Should have seen the size of him when he went for me pork scratchings on top shelf. Sent me tumbling backwards and brought me awning crashing down. Ooh, I gave him what for, and no mistake.
You mean you opened your gob and poor brute took fright?
Ooh, mind your business and quit interrupting. This is why you haven't got any friends and spend all day talking to the birds.
I'm just in need of some intelligent company.
Anyway, it's high time town got together to put the shelter back up. Wouldn't you say, Chuck?
Let's talk to Constable.
Looking forward to this weekend's fair. Should be a riot. And all for a good cause to boot.
Those guys. Yeah, I got nothing here.
So long, Private. I told you, Private,
Oh, dang it.
you can't have any of my biscuits. It's for the good of the regiment. Oh, you can't have just the one. I could eat these all day. Carry on, soldier.
Alright, now let's go check around the area more. Now let's see if we could go to her place. Guess not. Oh, this is a bit harder than the beginning of episodes 2 and... Or... Yeah, episodes 1 and 2. So, retreat. Oh, same thing again. Yeah, for those who are watching, just like the last 2 episodes, expect me to probably finish this in around like 3 hours. Nothing, dang it. Now again, I meant to go use the toaster. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, let's play messages and make a call.
Mr. Wallace? Miss Fit from next door here. For the last 45 minutes I've been trying to read the same page in my book, only to be interrupted by the incessant clatter that seems to be emanating from your cellar. I quite understand that an inventor is entitled to do his inventing in the privacy of his own home, but the banging, popping, creaking and odd explosions really must stop. Oh, but was that livestock? Honestly, Wallace, this has always been a respectable street.
Let's see if we can make a call.
What number, please?
Yeah, that did nothing. Oh. Wait, let's go back downstairs. Maybe there's something that will help me there.
Careful, Gromit. The Infiniflavor motor is volatile without its crank. I wonder if that dog's part of a canine crime ring. He's only got a taste for the expensive stuff.
Right, maybe this will work now. Oh yeah, so that worked. Alright, now we
Any
need
luck
to
with the
get
mischief makers?
what's it? Talk to.
We didn't even
Wallace.
get to try our first batch. Oh dear.
So now I need to find some sort of bone replacement or a way to get the guy to stop eating his biscuits. How exactly do I do that, however?
Well, what are you going to do about this Whippet's grievous gardening? Horrifying! Just horrifying! I am horrified!
Hello, Private.
Hello, Gromit lad. How's Mr. Wallace?
Nothing there. Do I have to give the guy? Or food?
Hello there.
Hello, hello, hello?
Oh, let's read. See if this will help.
Yes, as I said before, I'm unopposed. They fear me, Private, just like those curs in the desert. Wait until they see me in front of a tower of pies. They'll shake in their boots with shock and awe. Still no opponents. Nevertheless, I shall still be up against the greatest opposition, yours truly. Time to top me personal best. So long, Private.
Maybe we need to give Wallace the fork. See if that does anything.
What's this? Oh, I'm not one for pie-eating contests, Gromit. Someone with an even larger appetite than mine would be interested in that.
Or maybe the dogs. Let's see.
Back, are you? I hope you've a plan to get your little friend out of my garden. Poogie Woo and Tinky Wee may have their mischievous moments, but they knew better than to rummage in my roses. I don't have time for whatever that is right now. There's a crisis in my garden.
Yeah, I'm guessing I have to try the others. See
Hello,
if that will
Private.
help. Let's see
Hello,
in here.
Gromit lad. How's Mr. Wallace? What's this? A pie-eating contest? Crikey, don't know about that. Trying to keep trim these days. Afraid I'll have to pass on the pies. Thank you, Gromit.
Hello there. What you got there, Chuck? A pie-eating contest? Well, isn't that festive? Me? Oh, I don't know about that. I do love the odd meat pie, but a scoffing contest? That wouldn't be ladylike, would it?
You've trouble enough appearing ladylike without me buying you, gob.
Oh, do I? Tell that to Postman. He seemed quite taken with me this morning.
It's only 'cause he's got an eye defect.
Oh, shut up, you curmudgeonly codger. You know what, Chuck? I will sign up for the contest. I think it's a splendid idea, and I plan on winning. In a most ladylike fashion, naturally. Let's see. Oh, just me and the Major, is it? He's no match for Winnie Gabberly. There you go, Gromit. I expect you to attend my victory party.
Alright. Let's try him.
Ah, Winnie versus the Major, eh? Should be a sight to see.
Oh, okay. So that's I think I know what's gonna happen next. We need to give him the thing now. He'll probably train. And that's when we get the biscuits.
Ah, yes, the pie-eating contest. Nobody's signed up yet to take on the mighty Major Crumb. Pity. I'd love to meet another man. Toe to toe on the field of battle, mano a mano, feasting to the death until the best man wins. Edwina? She thinks she can out-eat the likes of me? Ho, that's a good one, Private. I'd love to see her staring down the barrel of a ketchup bottle. There's just no way she can win. Impossible. She could never. These blinking biscuits. I've been munching
Here
on
we
them all
go.
day.
Nice.
They're going to fill me up. Private, attention! Get rid of these vile things. I've got to prepare for battle.
Excellent.
My guts must be ready for all the pie I can throw at them if I'm going to crush that woman. She's challenged the wrong man. Battle stations!
30 minutes for the first part. Dang, am I slow. Alright, now I'm thinking we have to give the biscuits to either Flip
What are you
or
going
the
to do
dog.
about this Whippet's grievous gardening? No, thank you. The only thing that's going to make me feel better is to get this dog out of my garden. Good heavens, Gromit! Now you're just rewarding him for foul behaviour.
Let's try putting him here.
You did it!
Here we go.
Goodness! You've rid my garden of the nasty little rascal, and with little damage. Now be sure it never happens again. I don't want to see any more of your canine companions on my property. Do you understand?
And most likely
that hard
because
work fouled up by a few rogue whippets.
most likely he'll try and steal
I'm
again.
quite fond of the shade on that
Oh,
lever, Gromit.
all right
Let's
then.
just get it back on the machine.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't need it. Nice.
I suppose that lever does look a bit like an old bone, doesn't it? No wonder the crafty canine went and buried it. Give a dog a bone and into the ground it goes. It's their nature. Oh no. Did our fastening nut go missing? It holds the lever in place. It's a critical part of the apparatus, Gromit. This is no good, lad. That was my last number 12. What rotten luck. Hmm? Look at that! He found our nut! Fantastic, Gromit! Perhaps I was a bit hard on him before. I didn't know the little one had a penchant for tinkering. Oh, he's just afraid. Heavens above, he's a positively petrified pooch. Poor little lad. We ought to call him Twitch. And there we have it, lad. Uncrossed a few crossed wires and our flavour engraver is as good as new. Now we ought to be back in business. Up we go, lads. Nothing can stop our Infini flavour ice cream from taking off now. Bit late for the post, eh? Oh, hello there. Can I help you?
Oh, good heavens, no. The question is rather, how can I help you? Name's Muzzle. Monty Muzzle. Philatelist, philosopher, philanthropist, and purveyor of fairground amusement. I hope by now you've heard about Monty Muzzle's Save the Dogs fundraiser fair to be held this weekend.
Oh, yes, we have. Gromit and I were just...
Oh, glad to hear it. I was deeply saddened to hear of your recent tragedy, and I'm making it my duty, as a dedicated and devoted dog lover, to help you all raise the necessary funds to repair your canine shelter. Imagine all those precious animals out on the streets.
A tragedy. What a shame for all those dogs. But Gromit and I might have the perfect contribution for the fair. We were just putting the finishing touches on our patent-pending Infini-flavour ice cream machine.
Ice cream, you say? Ooh, who doesn't love ice cream? The creamy coldness, the satisfying sweetness, the profit margins.
And our machine has custom flavour technology. Its flavour scanner extracts taste molecules from any sample provided. We're able to make limitless varieties to suit any customer.
My, that does sound impressive. Oh, Bayek, Mr. Wallace. I know a good money-making opportunity when I smell it. What do you say to this? With my financial firepower and your unique ice cream maker, we could put an Infini-flavour retail outlet on every beachfront from Blackpool to Bognor Regis. The world will be your Knickerbocker glory.
Franchising. Do you hear that, lad? We could be ice cream barons.
If you bring your invention to the fair and manage to make a hefty contribution for this most needed, dog shelter.
It's a deal. Gromit and I couldn't be more excited. Oh, our in-house creamery assures us peak freshness. Speaking of the dogs, Gromit and I have come across 3 little lads who need new lodgings.
Well, look at that. Aren't they the most precious things you've ever seen? My charity begins now, and I've got the perfect home for them. Yes, quick-looking devils, too. Well, I won't take up any more of your time, Mr. Willard. Walk is. Come on, you. Your new home awaits.
Off they go, lad. Say goodbye.
Be seeing you and your contraption at the fair, Mr. Wallace, and be sure to bring your wallet. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monty Muzzle's fundraise affair. It fair warms my heart to see so many charitable souls here today. So let me warm yours by selling you a handful of tickets, available for a nominal fee, the proceeds of which will put a smile on the face of a homeless and abandoned puppy. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, them tickets is good for every attraction. You can fry your favourite food, take on a chicken in a game of wits, or ride the mighty Muzzled. Every penny goes to charity, every ticket, in short, will wag a tail.
I say, Gromit, isn't this a thrill? And such a noble cause, rebuilding a shelter for your canine companions. Oh, your new chum must have dropped his toy in excitement. I bet the little fella's having a grand day out. Probably never been to a fair before. Hey, that must be the remains of one of the flyers that was blowing around this morning. Can't abide litter, so I tore it up and offered it as slips of paper to the punters.
Oh, yeah, so most likely
Here are
it's
some
slave labor.
tickets, lad. Go and find your friends and have some fun. Ho, ho, ho.
Have a pie to enter, do you? Give it here, and I'll get to it in due time. Quite the turnout of entries I've got. Bound to find a master of ceremonies in here somewhere. Now, where was I with this filth?
Let's look at these, see if they do anything special.
What a man! Selfless, heroic, charitable.
114, 115, 116. Let's see. Count this row across. Assume that the jar is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't be certain.
There must be a...
I wonder what fantastic treasure awaits the person who nails this guess spot on.
Way!
Let's see if we can find anything in particular and use it for an item.
Wisdom from the other side.
Let's try this. Fortune cookie. And not to be mistaken for slippery pink. Let's go behind. See where exactly happens.
All right, yeah, crate of clairvoyant codfish. Let's see what you have to say.
Oh wow. That's how it is.
Heavens, what a bunch of rubbish!
Let's try your duty. Let's try overshadow. Or dang it. It's overshadowed by... Oh, abandoned puppy. Let's try it.
Yeah, what a load of nonsense.
Oh, dang. Dang, I keep, So...
The subject matter's horrible. I wouldn't recite this to my worst enemy, let alone to the one I love.
Oh, so it must be a love for... Scotland. It's the size of a blueberry whale. Size.
Ugh, more meaningless mumbo-jumbo. I'm getting hindrance, no help. I need to polish this poem off in some perfect prose.
Oh, so I'm guessing it's, here. Let's try your future. Zacchaeus is already in simple. This is of higher skull.
And the rubbish just keeps coming.
I'll have to go back to this later. Dang it.
Just can't I find the right bloomin' words?
Let's apply this, see if it does anything. Yeah, looks like episode 3 will have to take a long time. Oh dang it, so I failed again. Not again. I have to go back to this later.
Feeding time for one of my golden geese. Oh, another loss, eh? Oh, I'm sure you'll win eventually.
I've been writing down line after line to try to finish my poem. Luckily, your owner had this useless bit of onion skin where I could gather my thoughts. One stroke of brilliance is all it will take to transform her into a hen's living honey.
Or maybe that will help.
Your life with less strife.
And driving high, so. Oh, it smells. I'm guessing we need that since flowers. Your hair, probably. Let's try this one more time. If it doesn't work,
Oh, come on now. I'm trying to write a love poem, no start a Barney.
yeah, F that.
Come on, McBuskin, use your noodle.
Isn't the fair grand, Gromit? Mr. Muzzles put on quite a show, and the Infini flavor's a real crowd pleaser. We're gonna get that dog shelter rebuilt in no time. Make whatever you like, lad. The Infini flavor's open for business.
No use sniffing about for a competitive edge. These pies are all absolutely disgusting. Didn't take you for the cheating sort. Willing to do anything to get ahead, are you? You'd cheat a little old lady out of a baking contest just to win your 5 minutes of fame as this afternoon's Master of Ceremonies? Then what are you doing, nosing about these entries? Keep to your own entry. But knowing what you filthy creatures are prepared to wolf down, I can't imagine you've much of a discerning palate. This is coming along nicely. Much more than I had anticipated from a bunch of provincial paupers. Oh, those dogs will be saved in no time. I doubt you're making a direct charitable deposit, so why don't you go and nose about elsewhere?
Hello, Gromit. Enjoying the fair? Must be easy to enjoy such simple pleasures when you're a dog, not knowing the pain of unrequited love. You just wander through life, sniffing and scratching your way to happiness, while I must endure the loneliness of living without a man worthy of my hand. Oh, but then there is Mr. Muzzle, raising all of those funds for our poor, homeless pups. I've never seen such altruism in all my years. He may be of meager means himself, but he's rich in other ways. Oh, and what a handsome partner he'd make! Certainly compared to the rest of the town's buffoons. Are there no real men here worthy of the name? I want someone strong, brilliant and brave to lavish me with praise. For instance, I had my hair done this morning, and did anyone notice? Not one of them. I'm sure Mr. Muzzle would have, had he not been so busy. But what does a woman have to do to attract attention?
So, hair, that's one of the clues. What's it go back to?
Don't leave your fate to chance. Buy in bulk.
So hair. It's wilder than a slippery penguin.
Perhaps this useless box of tricks might be onto something after all. Felicity does have a half-decent mop, but she'd box my ears if I finished my poem with this rubbish.
Let's try a whale again.
Perhaps this useless box of tricks might be onto something after all. Felicity does have a half-decent mop, but she'd box my ears if I finished my poem with this rubbish.
Tastes like, smells of... How about black pudding?
Perhaps this useless box of tricks might...
Dang it. How about louder than something old?
Perhaps this useless...
Okay, I got nothing right now. Let's play this again, see if there's anything. Yeah, I lost again. Dang it.
194, 195, 190... Oh, bother, I've lost count now. Hello, Gromit. I'm sorry, I'm just ever so keen to win the grand prize. Normally, I'm very skilled at counting produce in his shop, so I reckon this booth is my best chance of success. I've entered 12 guesses already, and I know it's for charity and all, but these tickets don't come cheap. I'm back to counting, if you don't mind.
Enemy down!
I've been keeping my tallies on the back of this flyer for hours, Gromit. It's not leaving my sight until I've a grand prize in my hands. Look at them all. Heaven knows how many there are in there. Maybe a silver, perhaps, or an oil painting, or something lovely for my shop. Oh, I do hope I win.
They just don't make men the way they used to. Except for Mr. Muzzle, of course. I don't understand. I'm an attractive, independent woman with a spanking haircut, and Mr. Muzzle has barely noticed me. But then, a man like that, who's dedicated his life to the noble cause of helping creatures weaker than himself, probably doesn't have time for such trifles as romance. And I don't think any of the other men around here know the first thing about wooing a lady.
Disgusting. Hey there, you meddling mutt. What are you doing up on this stage? Get down at once. I'm the only one allowed up on stage. The only other person allowed to disport themselves on my stage is the Master of Ceremonies of the Grand Pie-Eating Contest. And somehow I don't think with your limited canine brain you'll be able to create a pie deliciously mouth-watering enough to win the bake-off and receive that honour. So if you don't mind, sling your blinking hook. Me and the Master of Ceremonies, i.e. not you, big ears.
In the mood for some ice cream, Gromit? If you fancy a custom flavour, you know what to do. Any luck tracking down Twitch, Gromit? I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Ah, holding on to a keepsake for your scrapbook, eh, Gromit? Oh, awfully thoughtful of you. We'll want to remember this event for years to come. Of course, it'll be hard to forget a man as great as Mr. Muzzle, eh, Chop?
Come on, McBusk. Use your noodle. Presents aren't a bad way to show a woman your sensitive side. But that one's downright faulty. Reckon I'll stick to my poem, thanks.
The all-stealing, all-seeing eye.
Oh, we could go back to... Oh, guess we can't. Oh wait, we can't. Dang it!
There you are, you coochie coos, you! The missus says I need more mates, does she? Well, I've got the birds in the sky and bugs on the sill to keep me company. You won't find me making up numbers at some flipping fair.
Good, because you're not invited.
Here, birdie. Come to Papa Gabberly.
So birdseed ice cream. That's what I need. Who knew that I could go outside the area. Yeah, let's see. 4, 7, 10. 300 counts, so 290.
Go! Go!
There we go. Now this will make it even more faster for me to progress.
119, 120, 121, 122. Don't think a little teamwork is against the rules, eh? Here, lad, you have a go. That seemed like it could almost be right, Gromit. Cross your toes, lad. These are the last of the tickets.
Congratulations! You
Here we
are
go.
the winner of a grand and fantabulous prize.
By heck, we did it. Fantastic. We won, Gromit.
Congratulations, sir. Very well done.
Thank you, Mr. Muzzle. Took quite a bit of brain power it did. So, what's the grand and fantabulous prize then, Mr. Muzzle? I must say I can't wait to see what I've won.
Yes, well, yeah, just as it's always better to give than receive, I say the satisfaction of your triumph, plus our undying gratitude for the charitable donation you've made towards our noble cause, are prizes in and of and by themselves, wouldn't you say, Mr. Paneer? Chuck.
Well, they're all very well, but I thought...
Prizes that last
what
a lifetime. Up here and in here.
But the sign says...
Oh, quit bellyaching your big girl's blouse. It's hardly fitting for a gentleman such as yourself. Here, have a blinking bubblegum ball.
But...
Oh, all right. And one for the mutt as well.
Looks distinctly crunchy, lad. Still, could be an interesting flavour.
Oh, dang it, that's how it works. So you have to put the ice cream on the thing. Wait, let's try again. Sorry about that. Clever. Oh, dang it, I have to start again. I only have like 3 chances if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Well, let's go back in town, see if I can find anything. Oh, free balloons. Maybe this will help.
Here, pigeon! Over here!
Let's talk to her, see if we could do anything.
Hello, Chuck. Looks like the fair's in full swing. I'll be popping over later to take part in the big contest. I'll have the Major quaking in his boots, I will.
Our constable.
You having a good time at the fair at least? Should have been there myself, but that sergeant's got me out on patrol. Not that much doing in town. Still, better get on. I'm on duty. Flipping Nora! Not sure how much more of this I can stand. Mr. Bonilla said that there's even a ride. A proper ride, and here I am stuck on blinking duty all day. Not blooming fair, it's not. Ahem. I'm sorry. Lost me head there for a moment. Forgot I were on duty. Let's get back to work.
Yeah, I got nothing here. Let's see if we could go back to house. Let's try strawberry rhubarb. Alright, so I'm only limited to D-series. Okay.
I don't really fancy chewing gum.
What is this when it's at home? Oh, rhubarb with a hint of dirt and diesel. Ugh. Oh, you've decided to enter, have you? Oh well, let's have a taste. Is this strawberry rhubarb? Yeah. I used to have this aunt with a glass eye. who was obsessed with strawberry rhubarb pie. Birthdays, holidays, Fridays, strawberry rhubarb pie. She'd sit and stare while forcing me to eat every last bite, tapping that wretched eyeball with a fingernail. Tap, tap, tap. Ooh. And now look, you've gone and stirred up a horrible memory. This diabolical confection hasn't a chance in hell of winning. Don't.
Oh.
Because I have to go back. Now again. Let's try kidney. Nothing there. Just want to check.
Take care.
What a man! Selfless, heroic, charitable.
Yeah, all right. No horribly offensive odours or colorations. Clearly a savoury selection. Let's have a taste. Ugh. Oh, blinking heck. This is kidney pie. Oh, heavens to Betsy, I can see it now. I'm back with my battalion, doing basic training, and they're shoveling these petrified pies made of hardened kidneys down our gullets as if our lives depended on it. They're screaming at us to eat before we're sent back out into the rain to dig trenches round the barracks to stop the great flood of '61. And now, I'm sitting here, feeling it all in my midsection, as if it were yesterday. Oh, thanks to you. A definite loser. Ugh, I don't want any more sweets. One more taste of sugary surfeit and I'm going to be sick as a dog.
I'm guessing it's the potato then, since DR1 isn't sweet. Or DR1 is sweet. Time to go back to drawing board. I think that's the phrase.
Ugh, ugh, ooh, that's just offensive, that is. All right, this doesn't look immediately disgusting. Yes, there is something here that isn't immediately foul. A faint hint of a taste of something that sparks, dare I say, a not totally unpleasant memory. It's the unmistakable taste of mushy potato, which, in and of itself, is delicate and unique. Yeah, but it's not quite there yet. So take it back, and perhaps you can improve. Although, as a mere canine pie maker, I imagine that was no doubt your best attempt. An accident, perhaps. And also, no cream. No a la mode, even. Clearly not a serious entry, after all. Don't go...
Do you fancy a cone, Gromit?
What's try?
Pie and ice cream. Two great tastes. That should work out splendidly.
Let's hope this works.
Well, that's not a terrible idea. I would imagine that a delicious pie a la mode would greatly increase your chances of winning. Now, let's just add that to your entry. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. You're a canine who can't be expected to enter anything remotely palatable.
The heck?
Come on, McBusket. Use your noodle.
Let's see if we can fight this.
Completely inedible. Wouldn't give that to me cat, even if I had one. This looks a bit different. A familiar flaky crust. My, oh, could it be?
Come on, please.
Oh, oh yes,
Here we
this
go.
is more like it. What a belter this one is. Oh, a crisp outside with a warm potatoey inside. Oh, this takes me back to my days as a boy. But it's still missing something. Some key flavour from it past. Now, still, I'll hold on to your entry as provisional for now. If you think of something to give it that definitive je ne sais what, come back and I'll consider it. Till then, the competition's still open.
They just don't make men the way they used to. Except for Mr. Muzzled, of course.
Blam!
Let Musmerelda be your guide.
Come on, McBusket. Use your noodle. Back off, hound. As soon as I've scribed my last line, you'll be free to do whatever you like with this worthless scrap.
Ugh.
I don't want to be stuck holding that all day.
Oh,
I
dang it.
don't ask for much. Sensitivity, kindness,
Yeah, I'm pretty much
intelligence.
stumped.
Obviously, financial independence helps too, as do good looks, and the ability to clean a dish or two, and be patient, attentive, and to love animals, and wake up early, and cook, and enjoy the theatre, and did I mention be attentive? A woman gets a fashionable hairstyle, and someone should notice.
Enemy down!
Why, thank you. Not quite a grand prize, but one has to appreciate the simple things in life.
Nothing at all.
Oh, well.
How about the goldfish?
No, thank you, Gromit. There's no cheering me up with a little goldfish. I sell those for 15p in me shop.
Wisdom from the other side.
Let's see if we can turn the gum into ice cream.
That could be a confectionery delight, and chewy to boot.
Ugh, disgusting. Another attempt at a la mode. Oh, God. This just went from delicious to definitely disgusting.
Dang it. Oh, wait. Oh, let's try it. Let's try it.
I don't think that would taste very good, would it, lad? I mean, fish-flavored ice cream? Who ever heard of such a thing? Unless you, haven't made a new feline friend, have you, perchance? Oh, well, yes, then. One fish-flavored ice cream coming up. Step to it, lad.
Oh, gosh.
Ah, a new addition to your shocking previous entry. I have no doubt that you almost certainly cheated, but without actual proof. I'll have to let that pass. Let's see how you did.
Come on, please.
Why, this is, yes, resplendent. I've
Nice,
never tasted
Jojo.
a pie quite like this. A savoury crust, enhanced by a one-of-a-kind flavour, if I am not mistaken, of lightly battered cod. Oh, yes. Your entry triggers deep and happy memories. Oh, I can see myself as a slip of a lad behind the counter in my mother's chippy. I'm the happiest lad there's ever been, eating complimentary portions of freshly fried North Sea cod and chips. Stupendous! How you did it, dog, I'll never know. But you've won. Congratulations. You're the first beast to become the master of ceremonies of the pie-eating contest. I'll be meeting you on stage then. Time to get this pie-eating contest underway.
Oh, so the fish and chips, that was like a guess. Or like foreshadow or a hint. Excellent.
Gather round, ladies and gentlemen, gather round. Our first order of business is to celebrate this fine figure of a dog as winner of the pie baking contest.
Attaboy, Chuck. I knew you could do it. Hey!
And to honour this achievement, Fido here will preside as Master of Ceremonies of the pie-eating contest to commence shortly.
I'm here! The Major doesn't stand a chance.
Ha! I once ate a kidney pie the size of a Shetland pony, and I had room for dessert and coffee.
Your starter's pistol, doggo. And now, I'd just like to say a few words. Where are my blinking notes? They were up here just a minute ago. It's not every day that tragedy strikes a helpless town like this. But I'm most honored to be here in your moment of need to help you all collect enough funds to rebuild the orphanage. That is, the orphanage for lost dogs. And I'm delighted to say that I haven't seen such an outpouring of charitable giving among fairgoers since the great Lancashire earthquake of, let me see now, some years ago.
I don't remember hearing about that.
Dreadful it was. Teapots tossed from their cozies, sheep shaken right out of their fleeces, most dreadful indeed. So, keep up the good work here today, and be sure to spend at our wonderful attractions, as it's all in such a very, very good cause. Now, without further ado, Colonel Crumbs and Mrs. Gobbledygook will go head-to-head in the pie-eating contest. Now, Mutt, pull the trigger.
Save the dogs, help inside.
I honestly can't believe no one has said a word about my dramatic new hairstyle.
Dramatic new hairstyle.
Imagine your life with less strife.
Perhaps this useless box of tricks might be onto something after all. Felicity does have a half-decent mop, but she'd box my ears till I finished my...
Let's try this decisive.
Perhaps this useless box... Perhaps this useless book... Perhaps this useless box of tricks might be onto something after all. Felicity does...
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to cheat a bit on the word puzzle. Let me see what exactly I have to put as the fortune teller. So all I know is the hair is something that is needed. Well, still. Oh, so here can be mistaken for pirate's gold.
Let's see if this fortune's got anything useful for my poem. Your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold. Ah, that's no half bad, that is. Might just work. I'm a blinking genius, I am! No need for these rotten lines! I've got a perfect one right here! Hello there, Felicity!
Oh, hello, Duncan.
You look ravishing today.
Why, thank you, Duncan.
In fact, I've written you a poem in honour of your astounding beauty.
What? You've written a poem?
Every last word.
Really? Well, let's hear it then.
Dearest Felicity, your eyes are as deep as the murkiest loch. Your teeth are as straight as Blackpool rock. Your haunches are sturdy, your bearing is bold, and your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold.
I don't know what to say.
Brilliant, eh?
You noticed my hair.
I did.
Oh, Duncan, who could have guessed you're so sensitive and attentive to detail?
Aye. My rugged Highland handsomeness may fool some, but inside I'm nothing more than a caring and loving lamb. Come here, my little sugar plum fairy.
A caring and loving lamb that's been rolling around in the barnyard too long, if my nose isn't mistaken.
Oh, that's just my unique musk. Let's go down and stare longingly into each other's eyes.
There we go. Now we solved the case or the puzzle, whatever. Save the dogs. Help inside. It's obvious to see what's up with this place. Dogs are enslaved inside there. Treadmill, walking around, helping power the ride. So obvious.
Aye, it's been a busy week. Just one good deed after another. First, I takes in 3 homeless hounds, then I helps a town, do-gooders, cough up the cash for a noble cause. Yeah. And now I've trapped me a tricksy little trespasser. Now listen here, mutt. I built this fair up from the sweat of me brow and a pile of scrap. And if you think I'm gonna let a mollycoddled mongrel chuck a spanner in the works, you don't know Monty Muzzle. Aye, your time on wheel comes soon enough. And being man's best friend, you wouldn't want to stop the ride and disappoint your punters now, would you? But until it's your turn, you can blinking well stay put. Oh, and don't start whining and yelping for help. You'll have my security system to deal with if you don't keep the noise down. What is it? What's going on in here? Up to something in here, are we? Down, mutt. It's not your dinner time yet. Seems to have been a false alarm. But I'll be back in here at the drop of a hat if there's any monkey business.
Let's see if we can use the... No. Oh. So maybe this will help. He faints, and he notices the
What's
dog.
going on here? What's all the racket about? Oh, another blinking dead dog. The Workshire whelp hadn't even been for walkies yet. Pity. Get off
Here we
me,
go.
you filthy beast! That'll be an extra few hours pulling duty for you. No more out of you.
There we go, nice. No. Guessing the pistol. Here we go. Oh shit. Guessing I'm gonna have to go climb. Oh wow. Oh damn. Oh, just have to go back down. I guess not. Yeah, I think I know what happens next. First off, we gotta go up here. Let's see if we could grease this. Oh, wait, my bad. A wrench is what we need for this team. Alright, guess you have to go downstairs again. Dang it.
Oi! We're slowing down already. Muzzled! Your blinking ride's not fit for service.
Blinking engine must have, died again. Ah, there we go.
Woo!
Dang it, what the heck do I use this for? Let's go back up, see if we can find anything specific. Dang it, now this part is getting a bit frustrating. Time to use the guide again. Oh, so I have to use the fortune cookie. I never expected him to eat fortune cookies, so I didn't know about that. Dang it. It's not useful. Gory foothold. Go to spam. Get the spam. Use the spanner on the one effect. Yeah, sorry for a pause, but I'm kind of having trouble with this theme. Oh! Well, sorry about that, guys. Finally know what to do now. So that's how it works.
Oh, hello, Twitch. Gromit was looking for you. Enjoying the fair? Oh, I see. You'd like to have a go on the ride? Well, I don't know. Where the heck's Gromit? He should be showing you around. No, well, I suppose I can take a break. Let's go. I don't know if they let dogs on board, Twitch. Steady on. I know it's not fair, Twitch, but we can always ask. Easy there, boy. Got quite a bit of strength for a little fella. Blinkin' Roller. You mean poor Gromit's inside the ride? What happened, lad? Monty Muzzle? Heavens above. Twitch, you better stay out of sight. I've got to see about getting Mr. Muzzle to shut down his ride.
Oh yes, everything seems to be in order here. Nothing to report. Woohoo!
That blooming Bobby has been up there for an hour or more and won't get off. Says he's carrying out an inspection, but he won't find anything untoward on any of my rides. Everything's above board here.
Oh, of course.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. Your ride's had a spot of mechanical trouble, I see.
Oh, no, that's nothing. Purely cosmetic. The inner mechanics still run like clockwork.
Oh,
Had to institute a weight limit, though. Don't want any heavy hands bringing things to a halt.
no, of course not.
So I can't go there.
Oh, I shouldn't poke around behind any of Mr. Muzzle's attractions. Oh, no.
One last bite, and another pie is gobbled by Gabbily.
The contest hasn't ended yet.
Why, no, it's a last man woman standing competition.
Ah, who's winning?
As if you had to ask, man. Ha ha!
By my count, the current leader by a thick crust is Mrs. Gabbily.
Hogwash!
Woohoo! And I'm relishing every bite.
Ah, I'm just getting warmed up.
We'll see about that. Mr. Wallace, would you mind bringing Paneer this slip of paper here when you've a moment?
Righto.
It's meat pies by dawn, and by heck, look at that crust fly.
Excuse me, Paneer. Mrs. Gabbily wanted me to give you this.
Ah, must be a message to read out for the fair. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. All fairgoers are cordially invited to attend Mrs. Vinnie Gabbily's victory celebrations to be held later this evening at the Gabbily residence. That's everyone including Major Croc, so long as he's humbled by defeat and pie fatigue.
A scandalous suggestion. You'll regret the day you taunted a crumb.
Oh yeah, let's go back and see the... Oh, I guess we can't really.
And the munching Major Croc is making heavy weather of his mastications. He's going blue in the face.
Chock full of donations. But Muzzle doesn't seem like such the dog lover now.
The would-be chopping champion continues to...
Heavens above! Norbury blue! Mmm. Cheese! Any more in there? Good heavens! I'd better get back to the fair and try and save Gromit. A balloon, always good for a lift. Gromit, I say, are you in there? That crack in Muzzle's ride is just too small for Gromit to escape through.
The would-be chomping champion continues to shovel pie down his gullet. But the Major seems to have met his match in Vinny, the Wonder Nosher.
Your duty is as neglected as an abandoned puppy. Oh, I've never abandoned Gromit. Oh, I shouldn't poke around behind any of Mr. Muzzle's attractions. Oh, no. The Infiniflavor's been a rip-roaring success, but I can't sell any more cones until I free Gromit.
Let's see if I can talk to him. See if they'll
Hello,
help.
Duncan. Miss Flit.
What do you want, Wallace?
Well, I don't know how to say this, but,
Ah, come on, out with it.
Duncan, let the poor man speak.
I think Mr. Muzzle has dog-napped Gromit.
Dog-napped? Oh, that's a good one. You mean to tell me the old Monty Muzzle, the charitable dog lover and second most sensitive, caring man at the fair, has swiped your mutt? Ha! Now that's rich.
Yes, I know it sounds ridiculous, but,
Really, Wallace, it's not very charitable of you to be spreading rumours like that.
well, never mind then.
Oh well.
Crum and gabbly now, putting away pies as if they haven't eaten for a week.
Mr. Muzzle?
Yes, Mr. Wallace. I hope ice cream sales are going strong.
Well, yes, the Infiniflavor's come into its own today.
And splendid, splendid. And all that money, it's been donated?
Oh, yes, for the pups.
For the pups. Mr. Wallace, if I can be straight with you for a moment.
Of course, please.
I'm afraid our little business arrangement isn't going to work out as I'd hoped. Given the current adverse climate, plus new developments, technological advances, a shifting landscape of the ice cream world, etc., 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 I'm not going to be able to help you turn the Infiniflavor into a global brand.
Oh, well, I quite understand, Mr. Muzzle, but that's not what I was inquiring about. I was wondering if you'd seen my Gromit.
Who?
Gromit, my dog.
Oh, the dog. Why would I have seen him? Probably wandered off with a poodle or Pomeranian. You know what dogs are like.
Yes. Never mind then.
If you've lost your dog, hire a dog catcher, Mr. Wallace. Don't look to me.
I was wondering if I could, have a go on the ride.
Righto. But first, you'll have to hop on the scale.
Oh, of course.
Going to have to wait until the constable's finished, though.
Ah, all right. Not helpful, I'm afraid.
It's a clash of titans, ladies and gentlemen. The munching major versus the guzzling granny.
See, you had to give the ride a bit of a patch job, eh, Mr. Muzzle? The muzzler seems a bit bumpy.
She was damaged during a speedy disassembly a few weeks back. Had to pack her up in a hurry. Yes, had to rush off to attend a tragedy in a cattery in the next town. Terrible business. But Monty Muzzle's philanthropy won through in the end.
I think not. That won't do anything useful. I say, cooey, Constable Dibbins.
Can't hear you. Carrying out a safety inspection of this ride's facilities. Woo!
But PC Dibbins, I'd like to report a missing canine report.
Can't be interrupted, Wallace. Whee!
And the action is now really heating up.
Oh, I shouldn't. Your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold. Oh, well, perhaps this one isn't for me.
Oh, let's see if this does anything.
Not a good...
Attention! I was just handed this note. For a limited time, all attractions will be double the price. You heard it right. All attractions will now give you twice the charitable satisfaction. A fantastic idea for those suffering a guilty conscience.
That won't help.
One last bite, and another pie is gobbled by Gabbily.
I don't think taking a fry break will help me find Gromit. Your home smells of a patch of mold. Oh, we've the odd bit, I know, but it's not that bad. Your duty... Your hair could... Oh, this is no time for games. I need to shut down Muzzle's ride and save Gromit. I could never have built the Infiniflavor without Gromit's help.
The would-be... Can Mrs. Gabbily be beaten, or is she a bottomless pit?
Hello, Mr. Pinea. I was wondering if from your elevated vantage point, well, you haven't seen Mr. Muzzle up to anything suspicious, have you?
Suspicious? Oh, you mean like planning a secret surprise for the fairgoers? No, I can't say I have. But you never know what he's got up his sleeve.
Not exactly. I mean, anything unsavory, up to no good.
Mr. Muzzle? No. He may offer less than substantial prizes for his attractions, but that's just in the name of charity. Don't be ridiculous, Wallace.
Oh, all right then. Thanks anyway. A note, Mr. Paneer.
Your duty is as neglected as an abandoned puppy. That's all.
Stop the ride! That's enough. Suppose I'd better get back to the station. Duty calls.
Oh, let's see it.
A note, Mr. Paneer.
Your hair could be mistaken for pirate's gold.
But Duncan, isn't that the last line of your poem? The one you wrote specially for me?
Why, yes, my dear. Its greatness is such that it's already been quoted.
The poem you wrote each and every line of?
Why, yes, of course.
How odd.
That little pick-me-up comes courtesy of Monty Muzzle's
Oh, gosh, damn
fortune-telling
it.
machine, generously shared by Mr. Wallace.
A fortune? Wallace?
Honey cakes, I can explain.
Explain nothing. It's plagiarism, lies, deceit. I'm through with you, Duncan McBiscuit.
Ouch.
Felicity, my wee North Country nymph. I wrote all those other lines, especially that one about your haunches.
A note, Mr. Paneer.
Your home smells of a patch of mold?
Hey, Mr. Paneer, you've clearly never been to the House of Gabberley, and now you never will.
You mean you weigh every rider?
Each and every one. You can't have any big berthers putting my business and my charitable enterprise in jeopardy.
The would-be chopping champion continues to shovel pie down his gullet. But the Major seems to have met his match in Vinny, the Wonder Nosher.
Oh, and Mr. Muzzle,
What is it?
I was wondering about the whippets. I haven't seen them about.
Don't you worry about them. They're well taken care of. Happy little mites, running round in circles, chasing their little tails, I shouldn't wonder.
Oh, all right, so they didn't make it out to the fair then?
No, not exactly.
See, you had to give the ride a bit of a patch job, eh, Mr. Muzzle? The muzzler seems a bit bumpy.
She was damaged during a speedy disassembly a few weeks back. Had to pack her up in a hurry. Yes, had to rush off to attend a tragedy in a cattery in the next town. Terrible business. But Monty Muzzle's philanthropy won through in the end.
Gromit, I hate to say it, lad, but I might have to resort to sabotage to get you out of there. This ride's got to come to a halt.
Crumb and Gabberley now, putting away pies as if they haven't eaten for a week.
Oh, I shouldn't poke around behind any of Mr. Muzzle's attractions. Oh, no. Your home smells of a patch of mold. Oh, we feel. Your duty is... Your hair could be mistaken. But Mrs. Gabberley, Mr. Paneer said you were in the lead. These two stacks look even.
And actually, I thought I had a few more under my belt than this.
Enjoying a bit of a lead, eh, Mrs. Gabberly?
Ooh, I think I am, but I'm enjoying myself so much, I've lost count.
I can't believe you're in the lead. Look at the munching Major.
Happen, but don't forget the tortoise and the hare, Mr. Wallace.
It's a clash of titans, ladies and gentlemen. The munching major versus the guzzling granny.
You've fallen a bit behind, eh, Major?
Nonsense! Enemy propaganda! Don't believe a word of it. Soon as I've claimed victory, I'll be back on my favorite airborne attraction.
Oh, right. The ride. Something to cogitate on. Why would Muzzled go through the trouble of helping to raise all these donations?
And the action is now really heating up.
Good day.
Oh,
One last bite, and another pie is gobbled by Gabberly.
I know you're busy, Major, but I have a spare balloon.
Love balloons! Oh, but not now, Wallace. Got her up against the ropes.
That's quite a few pies you've eaten, Mrs. Gabberly.
Could have sworn there was more. Haven't really been keeping count. Just getting stuck in and enjoying myself.
The would-be chomping champion continues to shovel pie down his gullet. But the Major seems to have met his match in Vinny, the Wonder Nosher.
Looks as if someone's already won. Looks like you and Mrs. Gabberly are about even in the count.
Perhaps, but don't let your eyes deceive you. I've a commanding advantage.
How's that, Major Crumb?
My fighting spirit.
And Mrs. Gabberly finishes yet another pie.
Oh, heck, look at these.
Ooh, the rest of me finished pies.
The rest?
Oh, my stomach told me I'd got through more than just these appetizers here.
And Major Crumb has just learned that Mrs. Gabberly is in the lead by a most devastating pie margin.
Oh, not feeling too tickety-boo right now. I think I might have been outpied by the enemy.
And it seems the Major might be giving up, though he's only 9 pies behind.
9? That's it. I capitulate. I surrender. Hoist the white napkin of chronic pie fatigue.
Yippee!
And down goes the Major, out for the count. Attaboy, Mrs. Gamelin, congratulations!
Woohoo!
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you like pies, Veneers Purveyors of Peculiar Produce is open daily for all of your baking and pie-eating needs.
I can't believe she beat me. I'll never be able to show my face in the officer's mess again.
Never mind, Major Crumb. You guzzled gamely. Perhaps you just bit off a bit more than you could chew.
Perhaps a man must know his limits. The only thing that can lift my spirits now is a spin on that RAF ride, if you'll excuse me. Oh, I must have put on 5 stone. Too heavy? Balderdash! I was only on her this morning.
Oh, just over our limit, I'm afraid, Corporal Crumb. You must have piled on pounds since then.
That blinking contest! And I'm a major, don't you know?
Aye, a major liability. So, you're banned, for safety's sake. Perhaps go for a jog or summit, and work off some of that extra weight.
And remember, whether you want pakora, pies, puddings or pomegranates, they're all available at Panier's Peculiar Produce. Just 2 minutes walk from this
Good day, Wallace.
Right, let's see where I go next. See if I could
I'd
find it.
better get back to the fair and try and save Gromit.
With the tiniest little lift, I'd be cleared for takeoff.
A balloon, Major Crumb?
Who doesn't love a festive balloon? Used to tie the old balloon to our knapsacks when we were in the long grass to distinguish ourselves from the enemy.
Perhaps you're ready for the ride now?
You might be right. I'm feeling lighter on my feet already.
Weight limit passed. All aboard.
Wahoo! Tucked away! Cabin doors to manual. Ready for takeoff. Blam! Yeah!
Good heaven!
Major Crumb's carrying too much excess baggage. The ride's going to burst at seams.
Okay.
We've been hit!
Oh, my giddy hands.
Oh my! Those poor dogs were trapped inside of that dreadful machine the
Gromit!
entire time.
Gromit! Are you all right, lad?
Where is that monster, Monty Muzzle?
He was just here a moment ago.
Up and away. Why, what are you doing?
What is that?
It's Monty Muzzle!
And our money!
And Twitch!
Arrivederci! Monty Muzzle stock is on the rise.
This is no time to jettison the cream, Gromit. We don't do floats. What'll it be, lad? 1 scoop or 2?
Oh, wow.
Oh, good show, Muzzle, old chap. Not exactly what I planned, but a clean escape nevertheless. A few quid, and one unexpected runt richer. What do you say, boys? Think we can find work for this emaciated mongrel? That's what I thought.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Knickerbocker glory!
He's got a head start, lad. We've got to find a way to close the gap. Somebody stop that balloon! hatch on the churning tanker sprung open.
Now this might be hard, because this reminds me of episode 1's puzzle. Where's the put the crank out back?
The old churning arm had its work cut out with that batch. Whew, things are getting a bit sticky back there. I think it's going to be all chewing gum from here on.
Alright, so that doesn't do anything. Where's the serving knot? Oh wait, the scoop ice cream first, then we serve.
Hey, looks like we've sold out of all our cones. That's good news. Direct hit, lad.
Oh, nice.
Hey, now he's up a gum tree. We'll catch him now. That batch doesn't have a hope, lad. No time for that, Gromit. Careful, Gromit. Those lead-lined tires are costly, and they weigh a ton. Ooh, now we've shed some pounds. I wonder what could have been that heavy. With puncture-free lead-lined tires. Those didn't come cheap, you know. And how are we going to land without any undercarriage?
Knock up my engine, will they? I can still outrun them with the wind at my back. Hey, they've run out of lift. Sorry, my little twitching bag of bones, but no one's coming to save you now. Where do you think you're going with that? Fine then. Let go. Escape me, you flea-ridden friend. Easy, easy. You've already been fed today. Ow! Get away. Stay away. Now, listen, chickens. What? Ah!
Oh, damn! Oh, wait, he's still alive.
Let's go, Twitch. So near yet so far.
Please, please, someone call off the chickens. Help! Help!
See, wait, rescue closer.
served our last scoop of useful ice cream, lad.
I think,
I think it's going to be all chewing gum.
well, let's see if this does anything. Oh, there we go, nice.
Lucky grab, Gromit. Let's get out of here.
Yes, finally.
We're one scoop too many, lad.
Oh, shit.
Oh no, Gromit. Brace for impact. Gromit! Help, Gromit. Muzzle's moustache has gone flat.
Steal from me? Monty Muzzle? That's not how it works, sunshine. This is all your fault, dog.
Steady, Gromit. It looks dangerous. You could get your paws nipped, or worse.
Now look what you've done, you beastly animal. I've got to save what I can.
Don't lose that arm, Gromit. Nothing a little glue can't fix.
Oi, come here, you! Give that back right now! Gotcha!
Careful, lad.
Dang. Nope.
Oi, that's mine! Waste another handful of my money, and you'll be sorry. Watch yourself, that's Monty Muzzle's retirement fund you're messing with. If anything happens to that sack, you'll be sorry, mutt.
Alright, let's see what next. Nope.
This balloon's got no lift.
Yeah, dang it. This is a bit frustrating. I'm gonna have to see what to do next.
Steady, Gromit. It looks dangerous. You could get your paws nipped, or worse.
Oh,
If you want your master to take you for walkies ever again, you'll be very careful with that.
Oh, so this is
Careful,
working.
I said. No! My money! Oh, my beautiful money!
Help! We're still falling, lad! Quick! We could do with some more air. It should hold us for just long enough.
They might have flown too high and suffocated in the atmosphere. Happened to many a bomber in the war.
And all to save a poor defenseless puppy. Who would have thought Wallace was so selfless and brave?
Aye, but more importantly, that blinking fairground villain still got our cash. He's due a soak in the mouth and a kick in the head.
Honestly, Duncan, the last thing we need is more violence. We need heroes.
Look! Guys, use his beard! What on earth is that? It's a...
Giant mustache?
Ah, I've seen bigger.
You're alive!
Yes,
Here we go.
and saved by a whisker. Something of a close shave, eh, Gromit? Oh.
Ah!
Oh damn, he's still alive still.
These poor pups won't go homeless after all, Gromit. Me and Mr. Gadley would be thrilled to take them in.
No, we wouldn't.
Pipe down, you misery guts!
Great. Yet another mouth to feed.
3 mouths!
Oh, no.
Anyway, Gromit, feel free to pop by for walkies any time you like. Your friends will always be here. Oh, that little one's quite the hero. Have to keep him out of trouble from now on.
Wallace! Oh, that was a feat of incredible bravery.
Oh, it was nothing, Miss Flit, really. All in a day's work for Gromit and me. Couldn't let Muzzle run off with our twitch now, could we?
A man like you is 1 in a million, Wallace. Your courage, your selflessness, your aerial acrobatics. You could have been killed, yet you saved the poor whippets, apprehended the monstrous Monty Muzzle, and saved everyone's fortunes. You're a true hero to the town.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Miss Flit. Now, if only I could find the piece that...
feel a little awkward asking you this, Wallace, but I was wondering...
With a bit of elbow
was
grease, I'm sure Gromit and I
wondering
can have this up and running again by Christmas.
Wallace, I have a proposal for
Oh,
you.
I wonder where this goes.
Oh, Wallace!
Yes?
A proposal and a ring. How shocking!
I beg your pardon, Miss Flit.
Oh, and so polite. Now, calm yourself, Felicity. Will I, Felicity Flit, marry you, Wallace?
What?
Pull yourself together, Felicity, my girl. You mustn't rush into this. I'm honoured that you would have me as your bride, Wallace. But I must think it over. I shall give you my answer within the week.
What the heck? They're hilarious. And just like the last 2 episodes, I'll let the credits roll. But how the heck did she not know a screw from a ring? It's way too small to be a ring and there's no jewel in it. Funny. Alright, so that was my playthrough of Wallace and Gromit's Grand Adventures Episode 3, Muzzled. Tune in next week, later on, or somewhere in the next month, where I finish the Grand Adventures with Episode 4. And that's pretty much it for this playthrough of this part. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Take it easy, and until next stream,